Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Dean. I'm a pro book cover artist from the UK and you're tuned in to photomanipulation.com. On this channel we will take you beyond the basics of Photoshop and into the world of advanced digital art. Again, we've got a treat in store. We have the Filipino phenom Christian Bentulan, a very well-known book cover artist in the world of urban fantasy and post-apocalyptic fiction, and today he's going to be showing us how to do these epic rim light effects in Photoshop. So you ready for this, Christian?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let's rock and roll. So what I've done here for this video is taken a few parts of Christian's previous time lapses, and for this video we're really going to focus on how to create these rim light effects. So Christian, could you tell the guys watching today what's going on here? Why are you doing this and what tools are you using?
So yeah, this kind of process that I've been doing for a long time is what I call this one is a highlighting. It's gonna make the artwork more dramatic. It has a lot of impact by doing that.
And is this the ambient light coming from the moon or reflecting off the water?
Actually, it has to be a case-to-case basis, but on that scenario, it should be the water reflection coming out, so it should be reflected on the face.
Okay, and it does. It gives the composite more of a fantasy kind of stylized feeling to it, and this is a look that's really prominent in the urban fantasy world. Okay, so you've got this liquefy popping up here. Is this something that you normally typically do?
Oh yeah, most of the time, mostly if the shape is not right, I kinda use the liquefying tool. So
so this isn't an essential part of the rim lighting process. This is you preparing the shape of the head so you can then apply the rim lighting afterwards.
Yeah, you're correct. I just want to make the shape right.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's all part of the process. And to do this, you're using a Cintiq tablet, and from the previous videos that I've done with you, you tend to use more standard brushes. Could you tell us a bit more about that, please?
Oh yeah, most of the time I use soft brushes. So soft brushes gives you the feeling of having a stylized effect. It gives you like a fantasy effect or something like that. It doesn't have to be you know, if you use the hard one, it goes towards to a realism. For me, it's just for me. But for soft brushes, it mostly tend to make to create a feeling of stylized effect or something like that. Mostly on fantasy works.
That's cool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this back just a tiny touch, and I want to talk about. So you've created a new layer there set to overlay. You have a fairly wide soft edge brush. You've got the flow set to 60, and you've got airbrush mode turned on. And on this overlay layer, you are doing the kind of the wider light that's hitting, as opposed to the harsh light that's on the edge of the hair.
Oh yeah.
Can you explain a bit about that, please?
Okay. I used to overlay the edges of the hair to bring the highlights more, so that I can. And
when you say the highlights, do you mean the highlights of the original hair?
Yeah, the highlights of the original hair, so it can be more seen before I start putting some strands.
And the nature of light as well, it doesn't hit and then stick on a hard edge. It kind of dissipates as it goes outwards, doesn't it? So that overlay kind of adds to the light spilling over the top of the head.
Yeah, you're correct. It's more like illuminating the original hair, so that when you put the strands, it will look more blended or something like that. Okay, it's more like a support.
Yeah, and now we're getting into the more classic look. What do you call this process here for the very edge, the stark and hard lighting that's hitting the outer edges of the figure? What do you call this process, or this part of what you do?
Technically, I don't have any name about the process. What I'm just doing is what I'm just doing is making the uh the lighting to make it more real, because
Yep.
if you can see, the moon is behind her, so it should be reflecting. So what I did is add a little bit um, high value or highlights on her hair, so that it would look more real.
Okay, there's one
So
thing that I
yeah.
just noticed there, Christian. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at the foreground colour on the swatch, and it has a light
Yeah.
blue there. Where did you sample that light blue from? I
Oh,
know
yeah.
I
It
can
came.
see you're using your Coolerus colour thing there
Yeah.
that you like to use. Is that what helps you get that tone that you need?
Oh yeah. By using the eyedrop tool. Yeah. First of all, what I did is find the family color of the hair.
Okay.
Find the family color of the highlights, or the, what do you call this, the value of the hair, so that when I put the highlights, it should be in the same color or in the family color, so
Do
it
you
would look
ever
more
sample
blended.
a colour or a tone from elsewhere in the image, like what those clouds? Would you ever get the eyedropper tool and sample a tone from those clouds, or do you do it different?
Sorry, what do you mean?
I mean, do you use the eyedropper tool to sample a blue from like the sky or something
Oh yeah.
to use as
Oh yeah.
their kind of, because it's within the same colour space?
Oh yeah. I use the color of the background for that, and then I just adjust the value, so that if you want to make it more brighter, I just add the value. So technically, what I'm using is the eyedropping the color of the background that you are using.
That's cool. I'm just
It
going to
will.
hop in for a moment, Christian. Just say, guys, if you're getting value from this video, please do throw us a comment, subscribe, or like. It's free, easy, and really supports the channel. If you enjoy this video today, we'll do lots more of them. Okay, so yeah, carry on, Christian.
Oh, yeah. I mean the. Oh yeah. What is it? Oh yeah. This
Oh,
is the other artwork, right?
yeah, this is the other artwork popping up now. So we had a look at the Siren Mermaid piece, which had a very defined light source, and then the lighting on this one's a bit more ambient. So we've got some hair action there, and what I'm really interested in is, because I never ever do this, this is all purely selfish, I'm getting you on here to teach me personally, but the edges on the man's jacket, so you've got overlay, you're
Mm-hmm.
using a wider brush, you've got your flow set to 60 again, you seem to like that, you've got airbrush mode turned on, and then you've got these hard edges, and one other thing that's not been mentioned, you like to use the clipping masks to keep all of that pixel information inside the pixels below.
Yeah. Yeah. So that my brushes won't mess with the background, so it will stay on the object that it's clipped with.
Do you have any tips for the guys watching in regards to doing this kind of stuff on the guys' arms? Is there anything that you can tell them? And me as
Oh
well,
yeah.
because I don't know, I'm learning.
Yeah. Whenever you are highlighting an object, whether if it's a model or an object or materials, make sure to use a clipping mask.
Yep.
So it would be more easier. It would be easy, so that the strokes will stay on the object itself.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
it's gonna be a big help.
And what about the shapes themselves? What contours do you follow? Do you follow the edges? Do you follow... How can you tell me a little bit more about that side of things?
All right. Actually, this is now from the digital painting that I've learned.
Yep.
I've been practicing, some clothing painting, something like that. I paint some clothing way back, so I would able to apply the, just imagine just imagine a cloth that it has a lot of what do you call this, fold, what do you call that,
What's
folded.
that? The group, layer group?
No, no, no.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
folds in the jacket. Yeah, folds. Yeah.
yeah. So once you figure out the positioning of the folds, you should be good for the highlighting process.
And I've noticed that you use some different width brushes there. You have some that are thicker, some that are kind of skinnier brushes. So what I'm gathering is the hard edges, you're getting the thin hard lines, and then the softer edges are the wider kind of softer lines. It's all practice. I've been doing this for years. Okay, we're bouncing through to another one, zipping through nice and fast. So I think this one has a lot of hair action, but I was also interested in what you did with the edges, and you also do some backlighting here. Can you explain about this backlighting that you're doing?
Oh, yeah, actually, it's kind of like a preparation for the hair highlighting, because it will not gonna make sense if you have a hair highlights but without any backlight on her back.
No, that's one trick that I actually use, that overlay backlighting.
Yeah, it's gonna be helpful for the highlighting. You should be I mean, if you want to create a highlight on the hair or behind her, it should have a backlight behind any object that you're creating. So it will it will make look the art real.
Yep.
So it doesn't make any sense that the model has a highlight but without any backlight.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you're doing some color dodge kind of ambient light over the top. I don't really use color dodge that much.
Yeah, color dodge is kind of like my favorite tools in Photoshop. It's kind of like an illuminating tool without making it weird.
Okay.
It makes the process easier for me.
Yeah, that's cool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to zip back once more, just a little bit on this guy here. I just want to re-watch the edge light that you've been doing for these bits here, and then we'll wrap this one up. Okay, so going through again, you've got I'll tell you what would be handy, because I haven't seen the brush settings coming up, would you be able to send me a screenshot of the brush settings that you set up for doing this type of painting work?
All right, sure. Actually, it's just a soft brush.
Yep.
I'm just adjusting through my keyboard about the sizes.
Okay.
I have a hotkeys that makes the brush size faster to be changed.
Yep.
So that makes the process faster as well. I've been using hotkeys.
Okay.
So it makes the process like kind of make faster about using the hotkeys.
Yeah, much faster. And the thing is, you're a professional book cover artist, and all the time that you can save through shortcuts is basically more income, because you're able to do more work. And shortcuts are really important. What I might do is do a little mini screen record and just throw it up on the screen so the guys can see the brush settings. I think I remember you changed the shape dynamics so the brush is more pointed. It tapers off before and after.
Oh yeah.
Because we've had loads of comments asking about that, so I just wanted to mention that. Do you have any final tips before we wrap up, Christian, for doing rim lighting or edge lighting, something that we may not have covered so far?
Oh yeah, sure. Before you start making some highlights, most likely the rim lighting, or what you call that, make sure that it's the model or the objects has a supporting light, most especially on the back. That is what is called it. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Because whenever you are having a rim light, it should have a light behind any objects that you've been doing, because it's not gonna make sense. It's gonna look weird if you're not using any backlight behind her. As you can see here, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's gonna make the more dramatic as well.
Yeah, so after doing these lessons with you, Christian, what I'm actually going to be doing is trying to do some of these myself, sharing them with the guys on the channel as well, so everyone can follow along. But I would say that's a wrap for this one. Thanks as ever, Christian, for jumping on with us. I know you're an insanely busy man. Guys,
I hope I made sense.
Oh, you always make sense. You worry too much. But to all you guys watching, if you want to see more videos with me and Christian talking Photoshop, check out the end cards. They'll be popping up right now. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you at the next video. See you then.